Hey, what's up everybody? Today, doing a little aquascape paludarium. Trying to do a lot of this on a budget again. Something I like doing. I don't like spending a lot of money. So today's container came from Savers. It was just a couple bucks, but you can tell this thing is pretty nasty. Definitely some child had fish in it. Got all kinds of fish stickers on it. Fake decor stickers on it as well. Plenty of algae built up inside of it. Probably some goldfish or betta lived its life in here for a little bit and then either passed away, or I'm going to pray that it got an upgrade. We're going to clean it up. I'm going to have to use this heat gun because these things are stuck on there pretty good. And honestly, they come off pretty easy. If I didn't have the heat gun, definitely could have grabbed a hair dryer and got the same result. But the heat gun, literally a few seconds of waving it around, works out phenomenal. Got a razor blade and just gonna scrape it clean. So totally scraped clean. Gave it a quick wash, and besides a couple little fingerprint smudges everywhere now, and some of the bubbles in the glass. This definitely isn't crystal clear glass. It's hand blown something, I don't know. So with this tank, I got some supplies. Most of the stuff here I've already had. I had to buy a couple of items. And we'll see at the end of this as well, there's a couple items that are going to get changed out because they just weren't going to work out. That is just some pool sand that I've had, which is the same that I've used in a few of my other tanks that eventually we will get to. And I'll show those off. These guys are just some stones grabbed from the beach. Now, this little filter that I'm setting up, I grabbed these little nano USB powered pumps off of Amazon. Let me tell you, once it was plugged in and I gave it a run for the first time, this thing sounds like a spaceship in your tank. I mean, I couldn't imagine being a poor fish in any size tank listening to this thing run. I actually watched a video after building this. I've had this tank now running for over a month now before you guys have seen this. And I watched a video from Serpent Designs. I don't know how many years ago he must have posted about it, but he showed these little mini USB pumps and how disappointed he was. And I really wish I watched that video first to learn, because otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. And unfortunately, I've had them for so long now that they are outside of the return window to return, so nothing I can do there besides leave a sad review for them. This little aquascape / paludarium, I do want to use a couple plants in it. And a couple of the plants I don't have in the video, but they will be added in for the final shot. But I am going to go scavenge some plants out of some of the other tanks as well. The other thing that is going to get changed out in this video and will be shown is the lighting. I grabbed a Amazon clip-on light. I actually tried a couple other clip-on lights that I bought locally, but none of them quite worked. The clips would have sat super deep down in the water. They were meant for like desks. And one of them, the power button, literally sat almost in the water, which wasn't going to work out, even though I don't know why I bought it. I thought it was gonna. So I'll stick with buying plant lights, aquarium lights, something that's already pre-designed, spend a couple extra bucks there. But yeah, those like little nano filters, I went with an Aqua Neat. Bought like a 2-pack offline to fix the aircraft noise coming from the tank. This is just your regular house, kitchen house plant. Anthurium, nothing fancy, none of those crazy varieties. It's just a standard grocery store variety. And these are some Anubias that came out of the 150. They look like complete garbage. All the cichlids in there. Just, I don't care what people say. They might be able to put some plants in with them and survives. These fish literally just constantly gnaw on everything. And I got some Dracaena or lucky bamboo. Might be using that as well to go into the tank. And give it a scape. All right, so this is going to be the basic look of the tank. I am going to be putting a Betta in here. I think as the Betta grows to a little larger size, I think this is going to become a shrimp-only tank because there just isn't a lot of water volume after hiding the heater, the pump. It just doesn't leave a lot of swim zone. This little Aqua Miracle heater, I do have in another fish tank. I love it. With the little digital screen to it to be able to just click a number, see that number, for whatever the temperature is, and not have to be like, hey, is it actually that temperature, or have a second thermometer hooked up. It works out great. And you can see just a super easy controller, one button, nothing crazy. All right, and this is supposed to be the big reveal. And this is where, I was happy, but pretty unhappy at the same time. So this is the clip-on light that I had, which was kind of cool. It was color changing. I could dim it, do all this different stuff. Unfortunately, though, with its memory settings for those things, having it hooked to a separate timer wasn't going to work. I wanted the light to come on and off. Right now it's in the bedroom. I don't know if it's going to be the tank's final home, but having it in there without a timer means I got to reach down, move this dresser, flip it on and off, which every tank, every item, I don't care what it is, it's always on a timer. I'm looking for low maintenance. The strange thing is, I guess this, and I didn't notice it at the time, must have a lot of iron in the glass because the fish looks a little more blue instead of silver. Well, after that disappointment with the light, I gave this a shot. This is on Amazon. It's from Hiro, Hiro, and it's a little bamboo stand with a plant light. So plants, aquariums, whatever. The way this tank weighs, I didn't get on the scale with it, but this little cube, 8x8 cube, is probably maxed out for this bamboo stand, and it's an okay build. I would definitely recommend it if you were trying to do something. Wasn't that expensive, seems to work out well, programmable, works on my timer as well. So nothing crazy there. Nice gooseneck on there. Didn't really seem flimsy, and bolted up just fine. So this is the final product. This has been up for about 2 weeks now. Everything seems pretty healthy. Fish is acclimated really well. And like I said, I think eventually, as this fish grows, it's going to go into a bigger scape, and this will become a little nano shrimp tank. But for the moment, this Betta is pretty small and juvenile, so perfect little housing. Guys, enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for checking it out. Have a great day.